Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to this week's Trading Tuesday. My name is Nishal Patel. On behalf of Phoenix Blue, I'm going to be taking you through the markets for this week. Now, as per usual, we have a Trading Tuesday every week without fail. But unfortunately, for many of you, this is going to be your very last Trading Tuesday that you're going to receive, purely for the fact that it's not going to be open to the public, and that goes the same with our our comprehensive detect and dissect videos that go out every fortnight. For those viewers that have been following us on YouTube, you will know that the detect and dissect videos tend to last a couple of hours, and they are a very thorough analysis of everything we're looking at. It really shows you what you should be doing in terms of your analysis and how you should be analyzing the charts so you can gain an edge. So what we're going to do today is going to be slightly different this Trading Tuesday, as it's the very last one on the public domain. We're actually going to take you through our watch list. For many of you, you have never seen our watch list. For some of you, in particular our protege delegates that get to see our watch list week in, week out, what we're doing, how we're doing it, how we're coming to conclusions on what price action is doing, or the behavior of price action, entwine that with our strong and thorough analysis of fundamental data, and in particularly our commitment of traders, and looking at commitment of traders, the report to give us a good benchmark of potentially what will be happening. Now, before we crack onto that, we just have a quick look at the indexes globally. At time of recording, as you can see right now, as we can see, Asia with the Nikkei is down just under 0.2%, and the Hang Seng is just up 0.1%. And looking at the European indexes, or looking at the DAX and the FTSE predominantly, down 0.2% accordingly, and the CAC seems to be outperforming them, and it's actually up 0.4%. But one thing we're definitely going to see for the course of this week is we're going to see low levels of liquidity. Just like last week, it is a shorter trading week, which I'm sure what would have been reiterated, or I'm reiterating it from this morning, and this morning's morning update, is that we are going to have low levels of liquidity. We have key announcements all the way through. It is a shorter trading week. We have Yellen speaking, and you know, obviously I think that is at the forefront of many traders globally right now, and what she's going to say, seeing if she's going to give any clues away. We've had some extremely hawkish remarks coming out from different officials from the Fed for the last week, 2 weeks, and they've really been pushing for larger hikes. And today at 5:30 GMT, we're going to see Yellen speaking in New York, and we're going to hear what she's got to say. Hopefully she's going to give us some clues on potentially what the Fed will be doing. Please also remember that it's also NFP week, non-farm payroll, so there's going to be a big announcement as of tomorrow, and then Thursday and then Friday obviously is the big day itself. So probably lower levels of liquidity this week. Nothing to write home about for the intraday traders, but for those end of day traders, I think you're going to have a better, you may have better chances of gaining some percentage points. Moving on forward and swiftly, and just what we're going to do now is we're just going to have a quick look and a rundown of our watch list. And please remember, guys, all of the protege delegates that we train here at Phoenix Blue receive this week in, week out. They have a thorough dissection of what we're addressing, how we're what we'd expect the movements to be, and obviously an analysis of how we expect it to pan out. Right now we're looking at the dollar index, as you can see, and this, remember this watch list comes out on the weekend, so it comes out on the Saturday or very early on the Sunday, but with ample time for our delegates to be able to take advantage of it, input any orders prior to the open of play on the Sunday evening. And definitely missing out all that volatility from the Monday, and not being in a rush to get those orders in. You know, just doing it in a calm, relaxed environment, understanding what we're trying to tell them, and how they benefit from it, we look at it on a one-to-one personal perspective. But here, this was our analysis of the dollar index from the week previous. We were looking for bullish signs on the dollar index, and that's certainly what we received as we have a look to this week's analysis. As we can see here, this bar shows us that the dollar index has pushed up past that level. We're looking for it to come up to that 96.56 and then potentially back down again, coming off that level of support and resistance, and then potentially to make its way up. And please remember that our prognosis for the rest of this year, and we've certainly been saying it from Christmas, is dollar strength. We're expecting the greenback to be making some moves, some strong and steady moves, and that will be represented in our watch list and our videos going forward. Now, what we always do is when we dissect a chart and looking at price action, we always entwine our fundamentals. And here what we're looking at is we're looking at the Commitment of Traders report, just to give our delegates, in particular our protege delegates, a good understanding of what they should be looking at in terms of the commercials, non-commercials. In this case, we're looking at the commercials on the long contracts, as we can see highlighted here, and how it corresponds to price action, and that's exactly what you will see week in, week out. And right now it's going very well, and our prognosis on the dollar index is pinpoint perfect. Having a look forward, something else on our watch list, and this is WTI and CAD and the correlation. We can see this perfect synergy or harmony in between both of these charts. I'm looking to really trade the weakness, as we're indicating here, from very strong key levels of support and resistance that we've highlighted. Obviously looking at particular time frames to find the strong levels and dissecting price action. And what we show everyone how anybody can do this, which is the truth. Absolutely anyone can figure out what price action is showing you and to find a nice viable point of entry. It's just about understanding the fundamentals behind it and entwining that with price action effectively, or your technicals. In this case, remember that all of our watch lists are produced and created on the weekend, so you've got full advantage to be able to look through the watch list in depth, and all of our delegates, our protege delegates, were able to look through this watch list and understand what we're looking for and how they should be looking to capitalize on it. For all of I know I've spoken to a few of the delegates already this morning, and congratulations to many of them that have traded oil particularly. It's shown very strong signs of bearish signs, and this is something we've been looking at for the last few weeks, and for them to capitalizing on this particular trade. Moving on to the next chart, we're just going to have a quick look at copper right now, and this is an entry for us to get in short. We're looking at 2.3250 with T1 at 2.2100. Again, many of the viewers here on YouTube, and those ones that are very observant, would have realized that entry point has actually been reached, triggered. So the trade has already been triggered, and also T1 has been achieved. And remember, again, this is put out on the weekend prior to us recording this video, so you could have benefited from this great trade as well. And remember, it's not just about technicals, it's about entwining it with our fundamentals as well. And here what we do is we break it down on the watch list, and what we can see is a picture perfect situation for the Commitment of Traders here. Just having a look at the activities of the commercial positions between the long and the shorts. And again, this is something we teach you how to read. How do you read the Commitment of Traders? Why does it matter? Why is it important to us as traders, and how we can benefit from that, and its combination with price action? Very important. Moving on to the next chart. In fact, we're looking at cable right now. As you can see, we're looking for a short position here, looking for bearish behavior of a strong level of support and resistance, and our entry here of 1.4190 was the first one. T1 has already been achieved on the very first day, which is great news for all of our delegates out there. And you know, we're looking for another re-entry. So for those guys who do want to potentially take this trade, please feel free to do so. Now, last thing I want to discuss with you guys really is how you can benefit from looking at our material that we provide here at Phoenix Blue Trading. For those viewers that watch the YouTube channel regularly, you obviously understand the benefits to our experience and expertise on dissecting the markets, and hopefully that's had a positive impact on your trading. Obviously, we have a number of social media platforms that you can follow us on, like Instagram and Facebook, and you can see what we're doing and how we're doing it. But for in particular our watch lists, feel free to pop us an email on info@phoenixblue.co.uk, and we can show you how you can subscribe to our watch lists week in, week out, and you can have a good and thorough understanding of what you should be trading and how. There will actually be an introductory offer for the first 25 people that would like subscription for the watch lists. For anyone else that wants to inquire about our Protégé program, so they can benefit from all of our videos, including the Trading Tuesday, the Detect and Dissect, the one-on-one coaching, and of course all of the material around it, including the watch list, feel free again to send an email at info@phoenixblue.co.uk, and we will get back to you shortly. There's only one final thing that I have to finish up with. It's congratulations to Rooney Spalding from Norway, who won this morning's competition. Rooney, you will actually receive half an hour of one-on-one coaching with one of our experts. Until next time, guys, happy trading. Bye-bye.